Hey guys, and welcome back. This is Chosen Architect, and today we're gonna get items sorted and automated. So I hope you guys are ready. All right, guys. So I've done a little bit of work. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. Unfortunately, the replay mod is not available in Forge. It's only available in Fabric, so none of those fancy time lapses are really that possible here. So I try my best to get some building done, and well, I've done a little bit of building, enough time for these to completely fill up, and the buffers here to fill up. So yeah, I've been kind of building for a little while, and you can see just the top layer here. All I did was kind of round off these corners, which I thought was kind of a nice touch. I'm even using the stripped wood here, and then also a layer underneath the bottom of slabs. You're going to see that here in a minute. And then I found dark glass. Glassentials has these really easy to make dark glass, and I absolutely love dark glass with dark oak. I've used it so much in the past, and I just absolutely love it together. Never really had the chance to use the stripped wood, though. That's kind of a new feature for me. But up here, this is just my central area. This will even change here soon, but I want to show you down here is where the magic happens. That's right. We have an external area. You can see all the slabs up there to kind of cover up a lot of the ugliness that this sort of creates. But down here is going to be areas that we can use for other things. So some nice large areas. And this of course will probably be expanded on as well. I was just thinking for the project that we're going to be doing today, we're going to need some expansion soon. These are elevators, believe it or not. They're elevators that look like the dark glass. All you got to do to change the way they look is to take a block that you want and just right click on it, and it will transfer the look from the block you're holding into the elevator. Really useful, actually. Now, if it's a multi-block or I guess you'd say a connected texture, they won't connect. So like if I had this hooked here, it would not connect, but these two will connect similar to this. So yeah, it will break the connected texture, but I really like having this. This is like just kind of out of the way. It doesn't look like a white block just floating here. This right here is also glass, even though it's super scary. It turns really dark when you get down here. Once you go below a certain Y level, you can't really see the star line anymore. Or you will see a star line, I guess you could say. As you can see, it turns black. You can no longer see the sun once you hit a certain Y level. Awesome. So with that in place, nothing else has really changed other than I planted some trees and let that grow, and then I also started growing some of these. Other than that, I've not really done a whole lot extra. I do have some iron that has been processing over here, and I did process a little bit more gravel. Other than that, nothing crazy has gone on. Now, one of the first things I actually want to do, if I have the resources to do this, is I want to get this running off of power. I think we have the ability to do that. Right here is the heat transmitter block. It says link to a wireless heat receiver. And then we have the wireless heat receiver. This goes into that block, into the actual slot for the coal. And then this is what you actually hook up your hook up your power to. So we should be able to make this. I think we have all of the stuff. Let's go ahead and get that wireless going. Perfect. And then we need this, which is another one of those comparators. Perfect. And a regular furnace. Got it. No problem. Perfect. So we should be able to turn this into redstone powered, right? To do that, it doesn't have to be connected to the block, but it does need to be connected to power. It will fill up with power, and then we shift right click, I believe. Oh, or we link it in here. And once it's linked, yes, now it is bound to that block. And then what we can do is put that in here. And look at that. It's going to be using power now from this in order to smelt. So it's a really nice upgrade here to be able to use power instead of coal, because this is a coal burner for sure. So now that we have all of this set up, we have all of our dust, all of our sand and gravel, we probably need to get this sieving. It's one of those, right? We need to get that started. And I was kind of thinking, how am I going to do this? Well, personally, I'm probably going to just break these, and we're going to store these for later use. Whenever you do break these, they do retain their inventory. And this was a feature I think that was added in the newer versions. I think even the older versions has been updated to kind of help servers, because there was a big problem where you'd break those and thousands upon thousands of items would spill into the ground, and it would just become a laggy mess for you. And then you would have to have like a server admin help you delete them and all kinds of craziness. So yeah, it's probably best that that was changed. Now, for this, I think I should be able to pull the cable into here, and we should be able to get some sieves, and I'll just directly connect those sieves up. And then we need to figure out where the items are going to output to, because that is a whole other thing in itself and is going to require a rather large setup. And I think I'm going to be using storage drawers for that. So to make the sieves, they're pretty simple. Like, it's not super crazy to make these. Yeah, we had the quest slave labor. I don't know if the quest is going to stay named that. But hey, it is what it is, I guess. So what I want to do is place these in here, and they should be hooked up. You can see that they automatically change, I believe, to a Patreon of the mod dev. I believe that's how it is, or supporters. But you can also change these with name tags. So once we get name tags, I really want to be able to change these to some of our supporters. But I need to figure out a good way to hook up power. And I'm thinking of just running power through the sides here. I don't want to have power going to the bottom, and later on we can make this a lot cleaner by not having the power go there. Notice there's no mesh, so they're not going to start just yet. We still have to make the mesh. But I want the bottom to be accessible. I don't want the bottom here to have a power block running to it, because we need items to go. And I did test this universal pipe, and if you notice here, I thought that maybe it would connect in between, but it does not. So you cannot like have the energy pipe flow into this and also have it turn into item all of a sudden. It doesn't work to put them in the same. I guess you'd have to run an entire line of exclusively these cables in order for this to work. I guess. I don't actually know. But yeah, this kind of turns this into a rather ugly looking setup, but hey, it gets the job done. So I guess we can start working on, before I even get this working, I definitely want to make sure that we get the items piped where I want them to be piped. And underneath here, it is kind of ugly. Eventually, we're going to make this look a little bit better, but I'm thinking storage drawers, like lined up against this wall and up onto this this wall here. I think we can totally do that. Now, be careful when you go to craft, because this actually wanted to take my oak drawer that had all of this dust in it, and it wanted to use it. So be careful when doing that. You definitely don't want that to happen. I do want to use some oak chests, and I'll take some planks, and I'm going to use this one instead. I'm going to be making a drawer controller right here. And like I said, make sure that it doesn't use one that has items in it. So there's the drawer controller. Perfect, right? Now we need to get a bunch of drawers made. I think I'm just going to use regular oak drawers, but I believe you can customize them. Is there a way to customize? I don't see the block, the frame block. I don't know. Maybe you can't customize them anymore. Hopefully that'll be added eventually, like in the future. But there used to be a way where you can make these look pretty much however you want. I'm going to just, I think, go with a bunch of oak drawers. So the more I'm thinking about this, the more I am probably going to just use this wall here to connect this up. Now, I have all my drawers, and I don't really know the exact amount that we're going to need. So I'm going to kind of start with like just having the items feed into it and sort of start to fill it up. But we have these corners areas that it's going to expand to. And the best way to hook these up without using a drawer is to use something called oak trim. So if you put oak trim here, it's going to allow my controller to connect to all the blocks that go adjacent here, and we can have these walls kind of splitting in the middle. So I can start placing the drawers down, and yeah, getting a bunch of drawers. I mean, a bunch of drawers is probably not the most lag friendly thing in the world, but it is probably one of the better storage solutions that we have at the moment. Refined storage would be the only other solution. And that's going to be something that we set up later on. This is definitely great for early on, like we're setting right now. So now to get all the items in here, we're going to use a drawer controller. This is basically going to link all of these drawers together, and we can now use an item pipe to pipe items from anywhere and pipe them in and or out of here. Now you can also use this drawer controller later on to read all of the items in here, which is a really cool thing. So when you get into refined storage or applied energistics, you can actually use this as a storage. So we have the wall built. Let's get the items started and get them going, right? We got to get the meshes made. Let me think. I'm going to go ahead and put these to the side. Make sure I know what is what. This is sand. Yeah, we're probably just going to place all of these over here. There we go for now. And, yeah, let's go and get this started. I still find it crazy, the sheer amount of netherite that we actually have the ability to make. It's absolutely, like, unbelievable. So, here's all of our netherite. And, I guess I can go ahead and put them in there. Like, and they're going to go ahead and start sieving here. You can see, doing their thing. Hopefully we have enough power. If not, of course, I'm going to be able to upgrade those. And there we go. We see the items starting to drop out. Now, I don't know if I want to use these item pipes, but there is the ability to upgrade them. If we take a look here, and if they were connected to something, let's see. I guess I could take a look at this, right? So we have the ability to upgrade this, and I think that's probably going to be what we need to do. Now, I did get some from Quest, and I have been getting a lot of questions, people asking about my current questing book, and there not being any rewards. Oh gosh, there's like a team here. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to redeem those eventually. But yeah, there's literally a or the quest book at the moment. This is kind of like a beta before the next update sort of thing. So if you are watching this at a later date, this is no relevance to you. Your quest book is probably gonna look totally different. If you're currently playing in the second version, I believe that's been put out on Curse, it's gonna yours is gonna look a little bit different than mine. I tried to explain that at the beginning, that this is sort of like kind of what the quest is gonna look like there, but the next update is gonna have more stuff for the quests and rewards and so on. Just wanted to mention that again, as I know that's been asked a lot here recently. Okay, so items. Yeah, I did get some upgrades, right? I don't remember where I put them though, but I did get some. You know, I could just use that feature that I talked about early on, where you just hit Y over an item. Do you have to have the item in your inventory to do that though? Improved pipe upgrades. I'm pretty sure that I got them from this quest. Oh no, I needed to make gas pipes. Oh, that's why I haven't received them. Okay, so I guess we just need to make these on our own then, which that's completely fine. So 3 of these, I guess that upgrades them a little bit more, but we definitely they need to be a little bit faster than they currently are, because they're pretty slow, like in their default state. Let's go ahead and get these shipped out here. Get them clicked so they're in export mode. There we go. And then let's go ahead and throw an upgrade in them. I don't know if they can hold more than one, but it's going to be kind of interesting to see if I can click on them. Did these even change? Wait a minute. These didn't even change to extract. There we go. I guess I have to click there. There we go. Okay, so I can add the upgrade. Maybe that upgraded the speed, hopefully. 8 items every 15 ticks. Okay. So that's definitely a little bit faster than the 4 every 30, I think it was before. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Now, this is going to be a problem here. You can see my power cable is kind of hanging there. I'm going to have to route my power cable a little bit differently. That is always a fun thing to do, right? Is just change things after they've already been done. So let's pop that. And what I'll do is I'll just route the power along the edge here. There we go. And get that hooked into the side. Eventually, our power is going to be a little bit easier once we get into like Flux networks and stuff. But yeah, that's going to require even more sieving later on down the road for that. Perfect. So we have pretty much everything ready to go. I think so anyways. Hopping here into the back, let's go ahead and, well, I guess we can hook them. No, I don't want that hook there. I totally left a block out, didn't I? Need that broken. We need that hooked here. And then we can combine them together. Man, these cables are starting to become messier and messier. Oh boy. But there's not much else I can do besides going with like XNet. And then XNet, you can hide your cables, but I don't know if facades are even enabled yet for XNet. I don't know. I haven't looked into that yet. All right. There we go. That's piping in. Let's hope that it's placing items. Okay, so it is. It's like sporadically placing all the items. And that looks good. Good. So I know they are all over the place, but at least we have them now going into a storage. Ah, what a relief. So I know several of you guys in the comments mentioned this and told me I should probably make a cutting board from Pam's Harvest Craft. And then what I can do is make a salad with this stuff, with chorus fruit. And it works really, really well. That's why I had this growing. And it makes a really, really good food. Like if we take this, we can make this fruit salad. And yeah, it's a pretty nice food. Look at that. We just got 2 extra hearts. Like, you can't beat that. Now, let's go ahead and work on a couple of other things that we need to sieve, right? We still have this we need to sieve, and this we need to sieve, but we also need to crush it as well. So I've been working on getting those items ready to go. Over here I have them. I'm still missing the mesh because I need more diamonds. I think we may be getting diamonds down here. Have I gotten a diamond yet? I have not. So I might have to sieve for a few more diamonds. I do have the gravel, of course, to do that. I just wanted to, I guess, I wanted to get all this kind of cooked up first. I am still processing a bunch of the ores from all the past sieving. Eventually I will catch up. But over here, I can go ahead and at least get these kind of set up. Now, this is going to be a little bit weird. The way these are set up are definitely different than you might think. Okay, so let me try and get these over here, and then I'll try to explain this. We're also going to have to route power over here. It's going to be a big mess on this corner, but it's going to be worth it in the end. So I think I want to do cobble, or not cobble, I want to do nether on this side. And I'm thinking about having, let's see, we have the setup and the crusher here. And the crusher can be powered. Trying to get this all sort of in line. We might even be able to add it over here, actually. Sort of in this corner back here. That actually might work. Let's take a look at this. We can get the sieve placed in. I'm going to have it set up similar to this. Just like that. The auto hammer is going to need to crush. And then we're also going to need to pipe. So let's go ahead and pipe the crushed material. Okay, and the auto hammer should go on top. I'm doing this off the top of my head, so bear with me here. You're learning with me. All right, and then we need to get this material. We need to get our material into this. Now, to do that can be a little bit tedious, but let's try this. Let's actually see if we can pipe the items. Actually, no, we need to be above, don't we? Probably need to be above. I wish I could just take these and the pedestals and just have it drop the items directly down. I don't believe it does that. So we will have to pipe into this somehow. And I was thinking of the best way to do that is to probably have this block here and then put our pedestal on the side of the block. And then I think if we hook this in, it still generates the material. We can then use a pipe to pipe out of here. And that should start filling with netherrack. That actually works. So it is floating, but once we get our power cable running through here, it won't look as bad. Okay, so that side is set up. We need to do a similar thing to this side. And we are going to use our purpur. And then the purpur goes here. That goes like that. Pedestal starts to make the endstone. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Item goes here and then pulls. Same down here. This needs to pull and go into the sieve. Perfect. Okay, so that's actually going to work a little bit better than I thought it was going to. We still need this broken because we have to get our cabling run through. Same on the other side because it still needs to be hooked to power. And I guess we're going to route the power the same way we've been doing it. We're just going to route it through. Oh boy, we're getting somewhere. I'm super happy. So at this point, everything's set up, but I am noticing power degradation. We are completely lacking in the power department. At least from what it looks like. Yeah, we're definitely starting to struggle. Our power's starting to degrade. And that's also probably due to this as well, because this does consume quite a bit of power as it's running. But it is set up pretty much. I want to go ahead and get the rest of the cables hooked in to our system. I also need to make the upgrades. I need to make the basic pipe upgrades for this as well. All is going to be good once we get this going. And I think that's just about it. I got to hook into the pipes down here for the items. But other than that, we have the fully automated sieving setup. So to make the signalium, all we got to do is grab ourselves some of this, make some dust here. I'm going to go ahead and speed up this. I know it's not super efficient to do this, as you can double over here. This is just giving you a single, but it's a quick way to get any of the dust that you might want. Of course, I can shift click as well. But I need to hurry up and upgrade. We need 5 of these signalium. This is totally not going to be enough. 24 is nowhere near what I need, but we need to cook these down. I also already have Electrum, and I also want to get the power over here upgraded in each one of these cables. I think this is definitely going to help the boost. You can see this now does 1,000 per, which is definitely what we need. And we need 5 each, right? Each of the cables. Perfect. And now to upgrade these bad boys and get these things upgraded, we need to take these out to do that. Let's see. That should be cooking up. And you're going to see that this right here, we actually have to take that out and then upgrade it with this. Let's go ahead and upgrade this right here. So we need the signalium gears. There's 3. And yeah, it's going to take a little bit to upgrade, but once we have enough signalium, we should be able to get this. Now this is going to be 3 times multiplier, and that should boost this even more. Let's see, 120 RF per tick now off of this one magnetic dynamo. So looky there, all of these are now getting upgrades. Actually was a bit easier than I thought. I thought I needed more signalium than I actually did. Now, the only problem is I hope that this 20 times is able to keep up. It looks like it is, so long as this starts to actually fill up. And then I do want to check, are these all now running at full speed? Okay, so they're starting to build up, which is good. Means that we do now have enough power to support all of them to run at their normal speed. Now, another really useful item for these is going to be the auxiliary action chamber. And watch the energy and the production over here. Boom. That's crazy. And all it does is it reduces the efficiency by 10%. So which means it's going to use more lava for the amount of power that it's generating. And that's it. It's giving way more power, as you can see. I think that one alone boosted everything by a lot. Definitely generating a buffer now. You can see the buffer starting to fill back up. And then once this one fills up, this one's probably going to fill up, and so on and so forth. Yeah, and to make those, it's a little weird. It's a little weird to make them. I did use the Thermopedia to be able to find that item. It's a little weird. We have to make hardened glass, which is a little different. It's made differently now. I mean, I guess I could use obsidian, quartz, and soul sand, but I can also use this with a fire charge. And I went ahead and made a fire charge, and since I can make those, it's actually not too difficult to make this stuff. Look at this. I can make actually enough, I think, for all of my machines. And all I need is the signalium plates, and I can get that from this and my hammer. There's no way I used up all my hammer. There it is. And so, let's see. We're going to need 8 total, I think, for that. I think we might have enough for 4 more. Look at that. 4 more auxiliaries, which means every single one of these guys are going to be producing 240 RF per tick. Yep. We're definitely getting into some pretty decent power at this point. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but you can actually feed these little guys, and they will sieve a lot faster. Like if you're wanting this production to be beefed up a little bit, all you got to do is feed them for a little bit, and you can see they get a speed boost. This one was 7.75 on the speed boost. Look at that. It is just ripping through. Man. Yeah, speed boosts are pretty nice if you can get it. I think you can probably use a clicker on them if you absolutely wanted to. So let's go ahead and take a look real quick at what we're generating. And wow, yeah, we're already generating some of this great stuff. Aluminium. We're generating some vibranium, and then unobtainium is still one of the things I have yet to get. But over time, of course, we will eventually get those. And yeah, look at this beautiful wall here. Man. Yep, this is pretty much all the items. I did go ahead and make a key, and I locked the drawers, so all of them are now locked. So if we do have any residual items, I will be placing them here. Eventually, I want to sort this and maybe change out some of these drawers for compacting drawers. And we'll have a nice little area set up specifically for compacting drawers for all of these different materials here that will turn into ore chunks, because that way we can just pull the ore chunks out and get them processed. No need for any kind of compacting if we do that. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, of course, today's video. I do want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, and I mean a huge shout out. Thank you so much to Alex Chester for your amazing support over on Patreon. I really do appreciate all of you guys, and especially you. I do appreciate you very much. If you guys are interested in becoming a Patreon yourself, of course, you can find that link down in the description below. I'd really appreciate it. Of course, it's the best way to support the content that I make, and it's super, super reliable. So guys, I really appreciate it. Of course, if you did enjoy today's video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up, and also click that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. And I would go down there and check. You may be surprised to find out you're not actually subscribed. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.